Hello and welcome to CASA Lake County's 2021 Virtual Gala, presented by our event sponsor tonight, Camping World. My name is Bill Menish, and I will be your host for this very special, very unique evening, and we can't thank you enough for joining us here tonight. We are delighted and humbled that so many of you have taken the time to come together tonight in support of our CASA children in the foster care system right now, and of course, the many others that are still waiting for a CASA volunteer of their own. And tonight, with your help, we can ensure that they will have one. In addition to Camping World, we would like to thank the rest of our sponsors this evening. Thank you so much to Noga and Antonio Villalon, ITW, Stacy and Doug Meyer, Donna and Jack Greenberg, Brent and Kathy Arnold, Joanna and Bill Lynn, Toby and Randy Sheridan, Ryan and Cassie Clark, and First Bank of Highland Park. We would also like to thank our Terry Zenner Award honoree, Ryan Dempster. I love it. He's going to be joining us coming up for some fun throughout the night. He'll be with us in just a little bit. We have a wonderful program for you this evening. In fact, this evening is full of gratitude, immense gratitude for you, a celebration of the work done also by our CASA volunteers through what has been an incredibly challenging year. We have a raffle drawing throughout the evening, several of them, as well as an auction and an opportunity to make direct donations. Clearly one of the most important parts of the night, and we'll explain more about that when we get there. All of that can be done on the interactive column on the left side of your screen through GiveSmart. You'll make your bids and pledges during the program, and you'll have an option to pay by credit card, check, or any other method after our program's conclusion. I'm going to repeat this again when we get to that part of the program, but there is a delay. Since we're doing this and coming to you virtually, there's a slight delay between me speaking right now and then when you hear it. Could be between 15 and 30 seconds. It varies on each of the laptops or devices that you're using place to place. So be aware of that. And again, I'll repeat that coming up before the bidding and donations begin. We'll have our first raffle drawing coming up in just 5 minutes. Throughout the evening, you could win more than $1,500 in prizes, including a KitchenAid mixer, a Chris Chelios autographed Blackhawks jersey, and a Jonathan Taves autographed puck, or a 12-bottle case of wine from Thumbprint Cellars and T-Vine Winery. So buy your tickets now using the button that, check this out, just appeared on the screen right there below me. Click on it. You can either drag your mouse over it, or if you have a touch screen, just reach out and touch that bottom. It'll take you exactly where you need to go. A bit later, you'll have a chance to bid on a fabulous, all-inclusive one-week vacation in Riviera Maya. Who doesn't need a vacation about now, right? Find item number 101 in your bidding system to learn more before we open the live auction at roughly about 8:30 tonight. Now, allow me to introduce CASA Lake County's Executive Director, Terry Zenner Greenberg.
Welcome. Thank you to each of you who has joined us this evening. I'd like to extend a very special thank you to our staff and CASA volunteers who have truly gone above and beyond this year to help our CASA children in foster care. This year has been a particular challenge for those children as the pandemic has worsened the stressors of families that lead to abusive situations. Our CASA families frequently face financial insecurity, social isolation, and poor access to support services during normal times, but this intensified those risk factors. It has contributed to the dramatically rising number of abuse and neglect cases here in Lake County. And it is the reason we need your help tonight to help us raise funds to continue expanding our program so that children don't have to face a frightening foster care system on their own. It can be hard to imagine what life is like for a child who grows up in an abusive home. That's why I invite you now to watch the following video with me as young Emily faces her personal dragons.
A dragon lives in my house. No one would believe me if I told them, but it's true. Dragons sleep most of the time, but you never know when they'll wake up. If you have a dragon in your house, you need to be good at hiding. I'm a really good hider. But no matter how quiet, how small I try to be, the dragon would always hear me, and he would always wake up. Nothing worked. Nothing could make it stop. That's when I realized it must be something wrong with me that dragons hate. When dragons wake up, they're angry. They want to hurt. Sometimes it leaves a mark. Sometimes it's a hurt you can't see, that you don't even have words for. I don't remember what they said when they came. I just remember thinking, when something's broken, when you can't fix it anymore, when it's no use to anyone, you throw it away. If you've never fought a dragon, then you wouldn't understand. You can't just leave. You can't just run. A dragon will always find you. A dragon will always hurt you. And the more a dragon wants you, the less anyone else will. New faces, new places. Nothing helped me stop the dragons. Not even a little bit. But maybe the most important thing in fighting dragons is not doing it all by yourself. Maybe you need someone to help you through all the confusing things. The things that might seem scary at first, but can actually help you get far away from any dragons. Someone who sticks up for you, even when you're not there. Someone who knows where you came from and what you've been through. You don't have to make yourself small. You don't have to always be ready to fight. Because there will always be dragons. But there will always be brave heroes too.
Wow, that film really shows just how important it is for children to know that they have a partner in their corner fighting for them, and why we should all be proud to support the work that CASA does. Well, let's change gears here a little bit. This night is so important. It's a lot about great information that makes the reason for giving so important, like that video just did. But at the same time, we want to show our appreciation for you and have some fun throughout the night as well. And that's what we're going to do right now. It's time to announce our first raffle winner. Our first raffle item is a KitchenAid mixer. All right, so through random numbers, the winner has been selected. And the winner is, here we go. I'm looking over here. Oh, my goodness, I've got it. Paul Perry. Congratulations, Paul. You're the winner of that awesome KitchenAid mixer. Congratulations. CASA staff will be in touch with you about how to claim your prize. All right, let's now hear some words of support from our CASA volunteer advocates.
My name is Lourdes Villegas, and this is my brother.
Nemo.
And we have had the extreme honor and pleasure of having someone so abundantly caring that genuinely cares about our well-being that is known by the name of Donna. The situation me and my family were going through was rough and put a strain on me. But once Donna entered my life and my heart, things didn't seem so black and white anymore.
When I introduce her to people, I introduce her as my aunt because that's how I feel about her. I feel that we share a very familial connection. She's a very sweet person, and she's a great example and a great identifier of what CASA is about. If there was anyone who would be an MVP for CASA, it would be Donna Chen.
Thank you for being my CASA worker. I liked when Janet came over during my graduation time in coronavirus so she can take a picture with me with my graduation sign. I look forward to her visits.
Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Mark.
You are? Amani.
Odette.
And Odette. We were a foster family and we absolutely love the CASA program. They were so helpful. They answered all of our questions and were so supportive of our family and our girls.
Yeah, you read stories to us, and that's kind. Because you make good heights. Our heart's very kind, too. And I love it that Miss Stacy adopted me and Daddy.
She was there for the adoption.
Yeah.
Anyway, we just love the program, and thank you so much for all of the good work that you do. Okay.
Bye. Love you. Love you.
Oh, I love it. Oh, what a great video that shows the power and positive impact of the CASA programs. Again, your support tonight is making that possible. And those are fantastic stories that show the appreciation and the impact. So what a great thing we're accomplishing here tonight. Thank you again for joining us. All right, let's have some fun here. I am really excited about this. I'm now ready to introduce the honoree of our evening, Ryan Dempster. Ryan is a 16-year Major League Baseball veteran, two-time All-Star, member of the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, World Series champion, now broadcast analyst and entertainer. And he joins us tonight. Welcome, Ryan. We are so thrilled to have you.
Thank you so much, Bill. It's a pleasure to be here and an honor to be here with CASA this evening. A lot of people don't know this. Actually, Terry didn't know this when she first talked to me about it, but I had connections with foster care family in Florida back in my early days with the Marlins. And my wife, out of college, got a degree in social services and worked in foster care placement. So unbeknownst to her, it seemed like a match made perfectly. And I'm really just honored to be here. So thanks so much for having me.
That is so cool when you have a personal connection like that. And thank you so much for sharing it. We're going to have some fun with you tonight. You got your own little game show going, right?
I love to have game shows. Game shows are big in the Dempster household, and tonight they're big here, right here with CASA and the fundraiser, and a great way to show some love and support for three incredible CASA volunteers who will be our contestants for it tonight. Those people are Noreen, Heather, and Val. They're going to be our contestants. There they are. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, I love it. All right. So you're going to be competing for a 3-bottle wine set, and most importantly, a CASA Volunteer Continuing Education credit, which is really awesome. CASA volunteers are required to complete continuing education each year to maintain their skills after the initial training. So ladies, thank you for all your volunteer service, and good luck, all right? We're going to start and we're going to build up. It's going to get tougher and tougher as the night goes on. So here is our first questions. You guys ready? All right. On average, how many children are served by each CASA volunteer? And these are multiple choice. So it's A, 0, which I think we might not be. B, 2, or C, 4. So A, oh, Noreen, you were first up on the call there.
2.
2, ding, 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 ding. I need a bell or something like that to shoot off. Congratulations. You have the first point of the match, but we got a lot of game left. All right, our number 2 question. How much likelier are children in foster care to experience homelessness later in life? A, 2 times, B, 4 times, C, 8 times. Val, you were first up on the call.
4.
B, 4 times. No. Oh, Heather, you were second on the call. Do we know the answer?
2 times?
No, A is wrong.
Wow.
Noreen.
I was going to say 8. Is 8 the right answer?
Hey, look at you just taking your time. Process of elimination.
Process of elimination.
I think you knew that. That's 2 points for Noreen right there. All right. Number 3, and our last question of this round of Dempster Dive is, what percentage of judges believe that children and families are better served due to CASA involvement? Is it A, 97, B, 85, or C, 68? Val.
97.
Val, ding, 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 ding. Winner. We got it. Val's got 1. Noreen's got 2. They're going to be back a little bit later. Now for a little bit of trivia, or somebody asking trivia questions to me, which, all right, I didn't know I was going to be playing trivia, but I'm in. Let's do this. All right. Natalia asks, how do you cope with nerves before a big game? And that is a great question, because it took me a long time in my career to be able to understand that and truly grasp it. Breathing and meditation and thinking positive thoughts. You know, when times are tough or stressful, and we take deep breaths, and we just remind ourselves that we're prepared for that moment. We've done that, and when you're prepared, there's no reason to be nervous. So that would be my answer right there. So, well, hey, I'll be back a little bit later in the program for another round of Dempster Dive. Yeah, we're going to be diving some more. All right, back to you, Bill.
I love it, Ryan. Great stuff. Great stuff. Ladies, great job, too. Very intelligent. All right, here we go. Let's keep moving on here, because we are now going to share an incredible story. This is an incredible young man with the support of a wonderful adoptive family and a caring CASA volunteer. Advocate Jacob has overcome a deeply challenging childhood and emerged with a very bright future.
The first time I met him, he was actually with a foster father over in Rockford. And I went along with the caseworker for my first visit. And he was incredibly shy. I don't think he said 2 words during that whole time. He has definitely come on leaps and bounds. And I would say a huge part of that is obviously his family.
The greatest joy was the day we got to adopt Jacob, not only because of Jacob, but because that was the end of the paperwork. So I think that was the biggest challenge, followed closely by just the ever-changing slew of caseworkers from the different agencies. Well, we saw Morag twice a month. I would just send her all the piles of emails I would get, and she would tell me, like, oh, you really just need to worry about this one little piece, or sometimes she would say she could, direct the caseworker to what they were missing.
Either sometimes, like when I'm painting by myself, I just go and figure it out when I'm going, as I'm going. Probably Cause. He's like a street artist, kind of. It's kind of like similar to kind of the way I do my art, and I just look up to him. Yeah, it's really helping him out, because I had to go through some of the same things.
And yet he's overcome lots of really difficult things in his life. And, the fact that he's going to college, is just phenomenal. I'm really proud of that. He's a very talented artist, and I'm glad he's been able to channel some of his energy into art, because it's obviously something that he loves.
I love his art. My favorite thing is it's an expression of Jacob. And it's, some of it is, as he said, it's directed to customers. The things like the shirt he's wearing or stuff he's made for us is so personal, and there's always a message in it.
I love it. A bright future and a lot of soul. What an amazing story. I think we can all be proud of everything that Jacob has accomplished. Jacob, great job. And tonight, actually, we've asked Jacob for his help in recognizing another individual who is committed to helping to support children in need. The Terry Zenner Award was created 15 years ago as a way to acknowledge those who give of themselves to ensure that every child has the chance for a bright future, the bright future they deserve. Named as one of the 99 good guys in sports by the Sporting News, Ryan Dempster made a name for himself as an all-star pitcher for the Chicago Cubs, but he has cemented his reputation through his charitable and philanthropic work. This evening, CASA Lake County's Board of Directors recognizes Ryan Dempster for his tireless work supporting causes for children throughout the Chicago region. Jacob has created a hand-painted Chicago Cub design for a pair of shoes in Ryan Dempster's size 11.5, and the CASA board now presents those shoes as recognition of his role as this evening's honoree. Congratulations to you, Ryan.
Oh, thank you. I got to say, these are unreal. These are so awesome. Everybody knows I'm a big Cub fan, and if you could see these things right here, you know, from the logo that he did right there with the red laces, and the back with the Cubby Bear. These things are absolutely awesome. Jacob, thank you so much. I'm calling the game tomorrow night. These will be on my feet. I will be wearing these right here. And also, because you're so awesome, I'm going to take another pair that are your size, and I'm going to autograph it right here so that we can have one for you. I'm going to put a nice little auto on there. Hope I didn't ruin your artwork. Right there. Look at those things. Jacob, that is incredible work. You do phenomenal stuff. So once again, thank you to CASA and to Jacob for this wonderful honor. It's really, really special. And the children are the future of our generation. You know, the next generation that's the future. My grandmother always said, we're just borrowing this earth for the next generation. And I truly believe that. And thank you for the great work that you're doing, Jacob. This is incredible stuff. Thank you so much.
No, how true that is. And Ryan, thank you for everything you're doing. Well done. Well done. All right. Well, stories like Jacob's remind us of the dedication that CASA staff and volunteer advocates show for their CASA children every day. That dedication was tested last year with the emergence of COVID-19, the pandemic. Well, now let's take a look at how the CASA program responded.
I remember so clearly the day that we went remote. It had been a crazy busy court week. One of the judges had been sick, so the remaining judge was handling everything. The courtroom was just packed. The waiting room was filled with tons of caseworkers. And so there was a huge amount of fear from staff, from ourselves. What was this unknown virus?
I think we were all worried that there was no one that was going to be checking on these kids, that they were at home, they were locked in with either their foster families or some of them with their natural parents, and that caseworkers and CASA volunteers weren't going to be able to visit them to check on them and see them.
Many of our children, probably as my own, were not sure what was going on, and that causes a lot of concerns and anxiety.
And I think that the general feeling from all of us was that we were worried and scared and uncertain about how long it was going to continue.
Wow. You know, March of 2020, it seemed impossible. It seemed like this was never going to happen, and that the children of Lake County were not going to have advocates, and it wasn't good. It didn't look good. It really did not look good. So first it was learning Zoom. So the first steps had to be, we had to be Zoom proficient. We had to know what it offered us and how to use it. It took 2 months. It took a whole lot of time. It took a whole lot of practice. Our training is very interactive. We did not want to miss that point. So Zoom is amazing with breakout rooms and getting the individuals to get to know their classmates by putting them in breakout rooms. We still do our movies, we still do our guest speakers. So it's as vibrant as it was before. We're just not sitting in person.
Okay, everyone. So my name is Deborah Lerner Schmidt, and I'm the trainer at CASA Lake County. And I welcome each and every one of you. I'm so happy to see your faces in the thumbnails tonight. I said before, and you'll hear it again tonight, we need advocates. There are a lot of children waiting in Lake County.
I did my training through Zoom because we were all being very safe during the pandemic. There was very, very little technology issues with Zoom. We were able to have guest speakers and a few discussions and lectures and review materials and sort of a side-by-side presentation, videos. So I thought it was very successful. I hope it's made me successful.
The training was a wonderful experience also because it provided volunteers the opportunity to be able to interact with others who are going through the same process, regardless of it being virtual.
As a staff, we got together and we brainstormed how best to support our volunteers and how best to support our kids. I remember feeling worried and nervous about my volunteers. Were they well? How were they doing? Were they sick? Did they have job loss? So we spent a lot of time in April making phone calls to our volunteers and having conversations with them, making sure they were okay. And also then making sure that they had been checking in with their CASA children and hearing the stories about the CASA children.
The biggest challenge that we had as CASAs to continue providing services to our family during that spring was the challenge of not being able to do the in-home visits and see the kids in person, and how we were trying to think of ways to overcome that, how we could substitute video chatting or video calls to be able to actually see the children when that big part of our job and our interaction with the families was gone.
Our volunteers have repeatedly reached out wanting to go out and visit our children, to see them in person and make sure that they are okay, and in a time where they should also be concerned about their own safety, but that was second to them making sure that our children's needs were met.
So many of my CASAs stepped up and delivered groceries and delivered diapers and organized gift cards where there had been some job loss or economic uncertainty.
Our program is strong, our volunteers are more committed than ever, and are out there doing everything in their power to help these children.
I think I'm most proud again of the volunteers. The work and commitment that they have shown during this time is just extraordinary.
This year, I found myself doing things that I never thought or expected that I would do. And I got a truck and I traveled to 9 different towns and gathered up furniture and household furnishings and brought it to this family's new home, and they settled in, and now they are not homeless and they have a home.
And when I used to visit kids in person, my CASA babes, I would play with fun toys or read a book. But I found this year what I had to do was exploit my own cat to keep everybody interested in talking to me.
I needed to go to the pop-up food banks for my CASA family.
In general, I would say that during COVID, I actually got to know my children and families better, and that I was in contact with them frequently in order to check on their welfare and their health.
Well, thank you to all the CASA staff and volunteer advocates for their heroic efforts responding to the new needs and, of course, the big hurdles of last year. We are all so grateful for what you've done. Thank you. To all of you watching, we are nearing the halfway point of our program, but we still have some amazing features and stories to come. In just a few minutes, we're going to hold our second raffle drawing. We still have the Blackhawks package and the case of wine to award to a lucky winner. After that, we're going to hold a live auction for a week on the sunny beaches of the Caribbean. Be sure to buy an additional raffle ticket soon by using the button on your screen. It's right there, right now. Click on that button if you want to buy a raffle ticket. We recommend it, and we appreciate your support in that way. All right, what are we calling it? Dumpster diving? Let's dive back in with Ryan Dempster. Dumpster diving. Did I say dumpster diving, Ryan? I'm so sorry.
Oh, Bill, that's not the
diving.
first time I've heard that. That's okay. I've been hearing that a long time. Well, we're going to get right back into it. We got Noreen, Val, and Heather. Noreen has 2. Val has 1. Heather, we're going to need your hand up a little bit faster. If you're on a delay, I'll wait a little bit. All right, here we go. All right. On average, how long does a child spend in foster care in Lake County? Is it A, 1 year, B, 2.5 years, or C, 7 years? Noreen with the hand.
I'm going to say 7 years.
Sorry, Noreen. Good.
Oh, man.
Heather was next on the call. 2.5. Ding, ding. She's on the board. Let me get the Sharpie out that I used to sign the shoes. We're going to put you on the scoreboard. It's a 2-1-1. I love it. All right. Number 2, on average, how long do CASA volunteers serve in the CASA program? Is it A, 2.5 years, B, 3 years, C, 4 years? Heather knows. Sorry, Heather. No, unfortunately, it's not 2.5. Val or Noreen? Val buzzed in quickly there with 4 years, and you are correct. Ding, ding. Val joining the top of the leaderboard, Noreen.
Yikes.
Right. 1 away from a tie all the way to the end here. All right. C, or number 3 right here, the last one of this round. How many children are on our waiting list for a CASA volunteer right now? Is it A, 12 children, B, 76 children, or C, 43 children? Noreen.
76.
Sorry, Noreen. Oh, Heather with their arm up.
43.
It is. Boom. Heather, right there. Look at that. That's 2-2-2. I got a fancy scoring system here. Check this out. That's how I do things here. Yeah, I was going to go with an abacus, but I'm not very good at math. All right. That's a great second round right there. So we have a tie, which is going to make the last round of dumpster diving a lot of fun. And now for another bit of trivia about my experiences. Doug asks, in 2013, did someone tell you to hit A-Rod with a pitch? Did you ever talk to A-Rod about that? So for anybody who doesn't know what happened, Alex Rodriguez, former third baseman for the New York Yankees, decided to take a whole bunch of steroids for a lot of years. Kept getting caught, got suspended, appealed his suspension. And nobody told me to do it, but I was just figuring he wasn't listening to anybody telling him he shouldn't be playing right now. He should be taking a break for doing all those steroids. So I hit him with a fastball on Sunday Night Baseball. It was a little bit unfortunate. I got suspended for 5 games. Isn't that something? I got suspended for hitting the suspended guy. But it was the best paid 5-day vacation I ever got. I got to drive down the California coast, and we went on to win the World Series. So everybody won. And I've never talked to Alex about it. I'm not sure if I ever will, but if I see him, I'll just ask him how that elbow's doing. But that's enough for this round. We're on to the next round shortly, but back to Bill right now.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Ryan. Good stuff. All right. Well, now we're going to draw the winner of the Chris Chelios autographed jersey and Jonathan Taves autographed puck. Here we go. The winner is, let me take a look here. They're drawing the name, and it is Kelly Reinfelds. Congratulations, Kelly. You're the winner. CASA staff will reach out to you about collecting your prize later. We'll hold our final drawing for the case of wine from Thumbprint Cellars and T-Vine Winery coming up in just a little bit. But right now, it's time for some fun as we hold our brief live auction. Ryan, are you going to be bidding on this as well?
You know it.
Ready to go? Okay, good. Here we go. Folks, I hope you've got your phones ready to go, or the way that you're planning to make your bids here. That's a great way to do it. Watching it maybe on your laptop and bidding on your phone, but get ready. And I told you I'd warn you about the delay as well. There is a delay that's anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. And I tell you that because as soon as we open up the bidding, even while I'm reading the description, go ahead and start bidding, because you don't want to wait till the very end or you might miss out. So here we go. Uh-oh, did we skip a video? It looks like we did. Hold on, let me back up here a little bit. We sure did. We're gonna get back to the bidding in 1 second. Thank you guys for heads up on that. The final round of dumpster diving is gonna be coming up a little bit, but first we want to show a quick video. Your attention, if you would, please.
I want to say thank you to all the CASAs in Lake County, and thank you for your volunteer time. Thank you for being there for children and for really changing the trajectory of their lives. What you do truly, truly makes a difference. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for looking out for these children at one of the most vulnerable times in their lives.
Good evening. I am Judge George Ortiz from the Circuit Court of Lake County, and on behalf of our court, I would like to thank CASA and all of the CASA volunteers for their service on behalf of the children and families who come through our court system here in Lake County.
Well, Lynn Froy didn't come into my life until about 2019. She was my sister's and my brother's CASA worker, and I didn't know her very well. However, there was one point where my sister came into like a difficult state, and Lynn jumped in, and she was all over it. She was making sure she was taken care of. She was doing everything to make sure I was taken care of, and she was really like my partner throughout this very intense, very terrible situation. Lynn Foy, you're the best. Thank you for all you've done. It's been just an honor getting to know you.
My name is Sarah Lessman. I am a retired Lake County judge who sat in juvenile court for the last 12 years of my judicial career. CASA representatives are in a unique position to see how each child interacts in the foster home and observe a child's relationship with their actual parents. Representatives talk to each child about what that child needs and wants. A CASA report gives a judge the most important perspective to determine what is in the child's best interest.
Oh, thank you so much for the support. Great support tonight. You joining us tonight is big support, and now it's time for you to flex that support muscle by showing your support and bidding on our one live auction item that we have for you right here. It's item number 101, and you can use the bar on the left-hand side to find the auction items. Hopefully, you're able to find it right there. In fact, I'm going to look at mine right here. It does say 101. Currently, it says preview mode. That's going to change here momentarily as we open it up. And as I've said a couple of times, I'll say one last time, there is a delay. Don't wait to hit your bids, because I'm going to say the word now, and you may not see that for another 30 seconds. Or if you just saw me say that, I actually said it 30 seconds ago. So don't wait. Go ahead and make your bids right now as I begin to tell you about the next item. And it is open and ready for bidding. It's item number 101, the escape you deserve in Riviera Maya. You and a lucky companion will escape to the Mexican Riviera. Enjoy a 1-week stay at El Dorado Marama, an intimate and luxurious all-inclusive adults-only resort. Included in this package are 7-day stay for 2 on the Mexican Riviera at the beautiful El Dorado Marama, all-inclusive service and an adults-only resort. You can enjoy yoga, dancing, cooking lessons, tequila tastings, and more. Massages for 2 and romantic sunset dinners on the beach in your private palapa. Pure relaxation at one of the world's 10 best beaches. Here we go. It's the escape that you deserve. And we're taking a look right now. We do have a current bid of $4,000. Thank you. There's the current bid of $4,000. Let me open it up here. Oh, we've had a couple of bids. Joan came in. first at 1,000. Mark was in at 35. Jones back at 4. Mark, don't let her take your vacation. Come on back in. Here we go. 45. 45 and 5. Get them on 5. Would have been 5 now. 5 would have been 4,500. 45 and 5. Been 45 and 5. Been 45. Hurry up. Don't delay, because there is a delay, because we are coming to you virtually. It takes a second. By the time you bid, it's about 15 to 20 seconds before I'm going to see it right here and get it back to you that it has been registered. Right now, we're at $4,000.45. 45 and 5. Get them on 5. Would have been 5 now. 5 would have been 5 now. 5 would have been 5 now. 5,000. 5,000 now. 5. Get them on 5. Would have been 5 now. 5 would have been 5 now. 5 would have been 5. You can see it there on the screen as you're watching. There's our current bid, high bid. Joan at $4,000. Mark, where are you? Come back in. 4,000 now, 40 before. 4,000 now, 40 before. 4,000, get on 40 before, now 40 before, now 40 before. 4,000 now, 4. I'm still at 4,000. I'm refreshing this to make sure that I can see these bids coming in. You see a lot of activity here. That's how we do it behind the scenes. Again, Mark, we've got you in second place. Mark, you know about auctions. You don't want to be in second place in an auction. The only place to be is in first place. Come on back in. Who's going to help me at 45? 45, and if I get them on 5, would have been 5, now 5 would have been 5. 5,000, now 5, get them on 5, and now 5 would have been 5, now 5 would have been 5,000. $5,000 and bid 45, now 5. Okay, we're going to have to sell it. Here we go. It's too low, too low. We're at $4,000, 4,500. Will you bid it? 45 and 5 at 45. I'm going to refresh it one more time. This is going to be your last, your final opportunity to take the vacation of a lifetime. It's one you absolutely deserve. Having been cooped up for over a year, you deserve it. Go ahead, pull the trigger. This is your final opportunity as I take one more look. Jones still in the lead at 4,000. And I have found a winner for our first live auction item. What a great vacation. I'm going to refresh it one more time, see if any additional bids came in there at the last second. One last refresh, because it looks to me like Joan is the winner. Joan, we are going to clarify because of the delay. We can't say it's official until we've had enough time to make sure, but it is shut down now, and it looks like you are the winning bidder at $4,000. Thank you so much for your support there. CASA staff will, by the way, reach out to you to make arrangements. All right, good stuff. Ryan, you still out there?
Still hanging out. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking that we should do another auction item.
Okay. What you got?
Well, I just think like we had that auction item. That was a lot of fun watching you bid everybody up. What if Jacob made another pair of these shoes? I signed them and I threw in 4 Cubs tickets, so you got to wear your shoes to a Cubs game. Huh?
I love this. What a great idea. Okay, fantastic. All right, we gotta create this here. There it is. Okay, I've got it. I see it. You can see it at home, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to refresh, click the bar on the left side, and now you're looking at our just added item 102. Great idea, Ryan. And here we go. Let me see what we have. Do we have no bidding history right now? Looks like we're looking for $1,000. 1,000, 1,000, get them on 1,000, bid 1,000, would $1,000 where? And $1,000 now, get them on 1,000, bid 1,000. 1,000, 1,000, bid 1,000, 1,000, bid $1,000 where? Would have been 1,000. 1,000, 1,000, bid 1,000, would have been 1,000, now 1,000. $1,000 bid on 1,000, would have been 1,000, 1,000, get them on 1,000, bid 1,000, 1,000. $1,000, surely you can do it. $1,000 where? Would have been 1,000. 1,000, 1,000, bid $1,000, would have been 1,000. $1,000, can you bid 1,000, 1,000, bid 1,000, 1,000, bid $1,000. Guys, I'd like to see this get open. Can we drop it down to $500? See if we can get an opening bid at 500. I'll keep it at 1,000 until I see that number change. So if you hit it right now, it's at $1,000 bid, but there's no bids at the moment. Let's get a bid going. How about, can we drop it to 500? Can we drop it? Hitting my refresh to see if you're able to do that on the back side. I'm looking for 1,000 still. Would have been 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. I'm told, yes, we can do it. All right, 500 now, 5, get them on 5, would have been 500 now, 5 would have been 5. 500 now, 5, get them on 5, would have been 5, now 5 would have been 500. 500 now, 5 would have been 5. There it is. I see it, 500. 500, get us in there at 500. Who's going to go 500 to go? Would have been 500 now, 5 would have been 5, 5, 5 would have been 5. Now 5 would have been 500. 500 now, 500. 500. Ryan, would you autograph these for the winning bidder? I'm sure you would, right?
4 tickets and 4 tickets to a Cubs game.
Hello.
We'll add that in there. 4 tickets as well. Mutually agreed upon date. Pick the game out. We'll make it happen. Autographed shoes done by Jacob. Great autograph. Incredible artwork he did here. Wonderful stuff.
I love it. Autograph. Plus you get to, I can't seem to bid, says somebody. Okay, if you're having trouble bidding, we might have to figure that. Oh, no, I think I've got a bid. So some are. Let me see. Yes, now we got some activity. Ryan, you did it with the autograph and the 4 tickets. Thank you very much. We had Kyle come in there, then Randy came in there, and Gary went big. He's at $1,000. Great job, Gary. Keep it going. Kyle and Randy, come on back in. I'm at 1,000 now, 11, 11 now, 11, 11 now, 11, 11 now, 11, 11 now, 11, 1100. 1100 now, 11, get 11 now, 11, 11. Whoops, hold on, back off. My screen just went, woo. Heather, yes, 1100. Thank you, Heather. Let's keep it going. Now, I love it. We sweeten the pot, and they get it. They are here and bidden. Keep it coming. Now 11, now 12. 1200, now 12. Would have been 12, now 12. Gary, you're in second place, and not by much. Come back in. I'm at 11, now 12. Would have been 12. Get him on 12. Would have been 12. 1200, now 12. Would have been 12. Now 12. Would have been 12. 1200. Yes, Gary, good job. Heather, you're out. Come back in. 1,200 now, 13. 1,300 now, 13. Would have been 13 now, 13. Get him on 13. Would have been 13. 1,300 now, 13. Would have been 13. Randy, Kyle, you two can come back. But Heather, you are so close in second place. Come on back in at $1,300. Would you bid it? 13 now, 13. Get him on 13. Would have been 13 now, 13. Oh, we've got a new bidder. Noga. $1,300. Thank you very much. Now 14. 1,400 now 14. Get them on 14. Would have been 14. Now 14 would have been 14. 1,400 I'm at 13. Now 14 would have been 14. Get them on 14. 1,400 folks. It's only money. They print it every day. Come on. It's such a great cause. 1,400 now 14. Get on 14. Would have been 14. Now 14 would have been 14. 1,400. Got it. Thank you, Gary. Yes, Gary's back at 1,400. Noga, come back. 14, 15 would have been 15. 1,500 now 15. Get them on 15. Would have been 15. Now 15 would have been 1,500. 1,500. Would you bid it? 1,500 would you bid it? $1,500 would you bid it now? And 15 now 15 would have been 15. Gary's in at 14. Noga or any of the other bidders come back. Would you do it? I think we got it. Kyle. Yes, Kyle coming back at $1,500. Now 1,600 where? 1,600 now 16 would have been 16. Now 16 would have been 16. 16, thank you. Oh, what a weird bid. 1,507. What is this? The price is right? Went up $7. Come on now. We shouldn't let that happen. Jump it up here. Here we go. I'm at 1,507. 15. Oh, wait a minute. Time out. Is that correct, guys? I just saw it. It's $15,007. Can anybody check with Heather to find out if that is correct? 15,000. If it is, she's my new hero. I love this. We got to find out. Heather, mistake. They're checking with her right now. No, it's not a mistake. Yes. Woohoo! $15,000. I love it. That is awesome. Where do we go from here? I doubt any further. That is fantastic, Heather. Let's see. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay. Can we clear that bid out? Guys, can we clear that bid out and take us back to 1,500? It was a mistake. It's okay. It was such a big jump. I thought it was going to be a mistake. I love the opportunity, though, and I got to show a little enthusiasm there. I don't know if we can kick it back, guys, so I can reset here. Let me do a quick refresh and see if we're back at 15. Okay, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. Let's hold tight right here. I've got messages coming in on the left side, so I'm checking to see if they've got any. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and sell it. But I'll tell you what, Ryan, we'll sell your great package. And it looks like Heather's probably going to be over Kyle. We're going to work that out. But we're going to reach out to Kyle. And Kyle, we thank you for your support. I'll bet we can get one more pair of those beautifully designed shoes and make those available for you at your price. It doesn't include the tickets and everything else, but we want to say thank you with that extra pair of shoes. So outstanding. This is wonderful, folks. That was a great opportunity. We thank you. Ryan, thank you so much for bringing that about and then sweetening the pot as well. Well, that was amazing, but we have something even more amazing for you next. Kadra Sutherland had the odds stacked against her from the start, but she was never willing to just accept that. Her story will show you just how much a young person can achieve if they're just given the chance and a few people to support them.
My favorite book is called Incarceron by Catherine Fisher. And this book is about a boy who grows up in a world that was engineered as a prison. So it's almost like a mechanical prison, and it is a whole world with a society and people in it. And he basically has to relearn what the world is. And this resonated with me a lot, and I didn't realize it until after I was really put in care, but I loved the book growing up, and then it resonated with me a lot because, you know, we weren't allowed outside. There were a lot of hard things that happened growing up. A lot of them I still don't talk about to this day. I try not to think about to this day. I think one of the worst things for sure was the hunger. It was very hard to cope with, not knowing when your next meal was going to be. A lot of it had to do with sensory, you know. It was the cold. It was the winters without, you know, having heat and, you know, bundling up in blankets or bundling up together or just trying to stay warm. I didn't really get a chance to have that kind of childhood-esque life. It was more like I was trying to make sure that my younger siblings were fed or that they were learning how to read, that the place was as clean as possible, and that we, you know, going to work so that they didn't starve. Growing up, we were bouncing from home to home. We were homeless a lot of the time, so going to school wasn't exactly the priority. My biological parents were also very against school because they thought the school was corrupt. I was laying in bed and I just heard this huge knock at my door, at the front door. Before I could even get out of bed, there were policemen in my room, and they sent us all to a hospital to get physicals because they weren't sure what our health condition was like. And, you know, throughout the rest of the evening, I systematically got to say goodbye to every single one of my siblings in a hospital room. I was kind of thrown into this house with the clothes on my back with a bunch of strangers, and within 24 hours I was bombarded by more strangers. It was a very difficult placement. Eventually, you know, I don't think we were their first set, and they, you know, I don't think they quite understood the trauma that they were walking into. No one's gonna want you. I can't tell you how many times I heard, no one's gonna want you. There's nobody else. So you better do as we say, you know, you better do as we want. So it was to the point where it was just like, you know, Lene was there. She was there. It had been a year at this point, and she was there. So I remember we were at the DCFS office, and I just turned to her, and, you know, Lene showed up just to have a talk. And by the end of the talk, I believe she turned to me and said something to the effect of, "This is bad, we need to get you out of here." So, yeah, and she worked tirelessly to make sure that I found a better home. Obviously, given my background, it's very hard to make attachments that I view as solid. And for Lene, I think she made herself viewed differently. She was a lot more persistent when I was going through caseworker after caseworker after caseworker. Multiple times she would almost step in as my caseworker, and if I didn't have a GAL at one point, she stepped in and talked to the court for me. And I think it was almost like she knew she needed to make that proof known that she wasn't going anywhere. I don't think I really got to know my adopted mom until the semester before I was sent to her. It was, you know, the January. During my lunch hour was also during her break hour. So she'd go into her room, her classroom, and she'd be grading papers, and I would be in there learning English with this English tutor, because it was a small town and a small school, and everyone knew I was trying to find a home. And I just remember, you know, stomping into her classroom. I was so upset, and I was crying, and I was just like, you know, how am I supposed to be doing school when I don't even have a home, and my sister doesn't even have a home, and I have 3 weeks to find a home, and, you know. And she just kind of turned to me and was like, you know, Kater, can you step out into the hall for a second? And I was like, yeah. And so she pulled me out into the hall and just kind of said, you know, I talked with my husband and we want to take you in. And I just started crying, much like I'm about to. And yeah, she just said, you know, we have a place, we have a room. We'd be happy to have you. My father is amazing. He, you know, he just, you know, took me in. Like, he's always referred to me as his daughter. He's always, been a father to me. Somebody told me that I wasn't going to graduate in time. Like one of the counselors said that because you can't go to high school after the age of 20, and they told me that there was a chance that I would basically be doing this all for nothing. And so I started taking summer classes and staying even later to make sure that it worked. But realizing I was going to go to college was a huge deal for me. It meant the world. Now I'm graduating in December with my nursing degree and my Spanish minor. I just received a job at Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago, and I just got my first apartment there. And I'm going to be working there as a patient care technician until I graduate, and hopefully they'll hire me on as a nurse. Because I always told myself everything's going to be okay, even if I didn't believe it at the time. I don't feel there was much more I could tell myself back then. It's just keep pushing, which I did. Keep fighting, which I did. Keep learning, which I did. And just do the best you can, which I did.
Could you?
Wait, can I hug you? Okay. We're vaccinated, right? We're vaccinated, right?
Oh, good to see
Put that in the video. We're
to
vaccinated.
see
Hi! I didn't know you were coming home.
I know. Surprise, surprise.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for taking a glimpse into my story. There are many stories like mine. Some are worse, some are my siblings, and some are my friends. Every foster deserves to have a story like mine and a CASA like Lene. And with your help today, more of us can experience what I was able to experience with Lene. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and thank you so much for all you do.
Yay, Kadra, thank you so much for joining. She's joining us live, ladies and gentlemen, to say thank you. I know, isn't that amazing? Thank you for sharing your story. That is so powerful, and congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you so much.
Yay, we're so excited for you. Again, thank you. See, folks, we said earlier in this program that we were going to come to a point in the program that was the most important part, the time where we need you the most. And that's why we hear stories. The stories we've heard throughout the program, they can't happen without your support. So that's why right now we have a level for everyone watching, and we're asking that everyone watching participate when we get to your level. If you're having trouble with the button that's on the screen, whether you have a touch screen or you can hover your mouse over it, the other alternative is going to the website where our bidding platform is and making your donations there. You can find those on the left side. We do hope if you have problems, please reach out to us afterwards and let us know if you were wanting to make a donation and you had any issues in making it happen. Please call us, reach out, and make that donation. But if you're able to, now's the time. Right now is the time. And you know why it's so important to give. Our opening level tonight is $20,000. Will you support us tonight at the $20,000 level? $20,000. It's so important. You can see we've already had folks that have been in there, and we're rolling their names through right now as our way of saying thank you for their donations at many different levels. But our big level right now is $20,000. And yes, thanks to Kim and Brent Moody and Noga and Antonio Villalon for being there for us at $20,000. Yes, I love it. Let me do a refresh here and see if we have anyone else at the $20,000 level. Anyone else at $20,000? Anyone else at the $20,000 level? Okay, then our next level is $10,000. Will you be there for us at the $10,000 level tonight? It's just been so powerful. The messages, the support, knowing that someone is there in your corner, both in the times of need and in times of celebration like we just heard. And yes, look at the folks who are there for us at the $10,000 level. Susan and Abraham Stern, Donna and Jack Greenberg, thank you. Stacy and Doug Meyer, $10,000, thank you. Kathy and Brent Arnold, I love it. In at 10,000. I'm doing a quick refresh here. See if anyone else, will you join us and join them at the $10,000 level? $10,000. Here we go. $10,000. One last chance at the $10,000 level. Last refresh here. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to leave those levels open. 20,000, 10,000. And now we're going to move on to our next level here, ladies and gentlemen, which is the $5,000 level. Will you be there for us at the $5,000 level? $5,000. It's such important support. Every single part of it is tax deductible, but every dollar is going to change lives, and we thank you for it. Here's who's been there for us so far. Bill and Joanna Lynn, thank you for your $5,000 donation. Toby and Randy Sheridan, Cassie and Ryan Clark, Janice Greenwald, all at $5,000. I love it. Will you join them at the $5,000 level? $5,000. $5,000. It's 100% tax deductible, but we've been sharing all night long how these CASA advocates are so positively impacting the lives of these young men and women, reaching goals like graduation that maybe they wouldn't ever have without the support of their CASA volunteer. Well, we need your support for that CASA volunteer, and that's why this part of the night is so important. We're at the $5,000 level, so you can still give for us tonight at the $20,000, the $10,000, the $5,000 level, but we're going to move on to the $2,500 level. Click on that donation. It's exactly what I'm doing right here. It's marked 107. It says donate 2,500. I'm opening it up to see who is donating right now. And here we go. Thank you to Marjorie Dorr in at $2,500. Will you be there for us at $2,500? Now's your chance. You know why you should. Please help us tonight at the $2,500 level. $2,500. Who else will join us at $25,000? By the way, a big scrolling thank you is on your screen, and we're at $154,000. Let's keep it climbing. We could do it right now at the $2,500 level if you would hit that tab and make a donation of $2,500. Don't forget there's a delay of as much as 30 seconds, and that's why if you don't do it before I move on, I can't thank you. We want to thank you. I want to see it and say thank you for that donation, but doing it as quick as possible allows me to give you the gratitude that we want to give you and you so deserve. Right now, it's Marjorie at the $2,500 level. Anyone else at $2,500? $2,500 last chance, and we are going to keep that $2,500 open and move on to the $1,000 level. $1,000. Remember, I said we have a level for everyone watching, and we're asking that everyone participate when we get to your level. And yes, they are participating at the $1,000 level. Thank you, Brian Benner, Kevin McDevitt. Kevin McDevitt was in there twice, so he's in for $2,000. Thank you, Kevin. Jeff Van Dixhorn, Rick Biaggi, Jerry Smith, Matt Mays, all in at $1,000. Will you join them at the $1,000 level? I'm refreshing to see if we have anyone else at the $1,000 level. Will you join us tonight? Make that donation, $1,000. Who will do that and who will be there for us at the $1,000 level? $1,000. $1,000. Will you support us at the $1,000 level? Our next level, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait a minute. What do we have? Lori Silverman gave us $20,000. Yes. Remember, we're leaving each of these open. I'm highlighting them as we go, but Lori may have got in there right after I moved on to the next level. So thank you, Lori, for your $20,000 donation. Every donation counts, and we are right now at the $1,000 donation level. Will you help us at $1,000? Open it up one last time to see if we've got another one at the $1,000 level. Thank you to everyone who's supporting us tonight at every level, and we're going to move on to the $500 level now. $500. Will you support us tonight at the $500 level? Here we go. It's item number 109 at $500. Deborah Brenman, Kevin McDevitt. Kevin is in again. He was there twice at $1,000. Here he is at $500. What a great example for the rest of us. Will you be there for us at the $500 level? Lori Lever, thank you. Nasim, thank you. Jacob Drescher. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Who else will join us at the $500 level? $500. Randy, thank you so much. Oh, another one at $500. Who else at the $500 level? $500. Will you be there for us at the $500 level? One more time on a refresh to see if I can thank you before we move on to the next level. Will you be there for us at the $500 level? I'm going to do it one more time. I know we can get one more before we move on. Is it you? Are you going to make that donation right now at $500? Well, thank you to everyone that was there for us at the $500 level. And next up is $250. $250. Tell you what, with the way gas prices are going, that's almost a full tank of gas on an SUV, right? Well, this is so much more powerful, important, and impactful. Will you be there for us at the $250 level? Christina Lynn, Thank you. There for $250. Who else at the $250 level? We're at $156,425. We want to see that number grow by 250 right now. But remember, every level, 20,000, 10,000, 5,000, 1,500, and now 250, they're all open. If you've been motivated to give and support CASA tonight and our volunteers, oh yes, look at this. We've got 2 new ones. Ernie Kaplan, thank you at 250, and Joanna Lynn. So we have Christina Lynn and Joanna Lynn. Connection there? Related? Doesn't even matter. We thank you both so much for your support here tonight. Let me refresh one more time and see if we have anyone else at the $250 level. $250. Will you make that donation right now? $250. All right. There's the names on the board, thanking everyone who's donated, and there's been plenty. Look at that total, and it's climbing, 157,925. We're about to hit 158,000. Last refresh at the $250 level. Our next level is $100. $100. Now, here's my thought on the 100. Folks, there's been such great donors at 20,000, 10, 5, all the way down. At the $100 level, if everyone watching would make a donation right now, whether you've already given it another level or you give again right now at this level, or maybe this is your first level to give, it all matters. It all counts. Let's go out in style here at our final level tonight, which is $100. Thank you to Mike and Monica DeVerde, Robin Salk, Noel Alpha. They are our first ones to give it 100. Are you going to give it 100? Everyone can, but will you? That's the question. Push the button. Make that donation. Will you be there for us at the $100 level, our final level of the night? $100. Making a refresh here real quick so I can see. And yes, we've got another one. Don't see the name. Must be but thank you very much to the person who made that $100 donation. Will you make a $100 donation before we move on? $100, our last level of the night. Every level counts at $100. $100. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who gave at every single level. We're going to keep those levels open. So if you want to go back and make a donation, we want to see that tally rise. If you had any technical difficulties tonight, because this is the virtual world, it's not as easy as being in the ballroom and seeing that bidder card go in the air. If you had any problems tonight making a donation, please reach out to our team and make that donation over the phone or in any way that is appropriate for you. We thank you for your support of CASA Lake County tonight. Outstanding. That was great. Thank you, everyone. Oh, by the way, I think we have one more special thank you that we'd like to share with you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you again so much for being here and for all you do.
Yay, Kadra. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you for all that you have done and all that everyone has done with your generosity. The lives of countless children will be brightened with a CASA advocate by their side. Thanks to all of you tonight. Now, if you weren't able to donate yet, this event page will stay open for donations throughout the weekend. So here, I got a great idea. If you know of someone that couldn't be here tonight, but you know they're a supporter, they believe in our cause, give them a little nudge. Tell them that we're leaving it open through the weekend and that they can make a donation as well. It would be so greatly appreciated. And you know how important that giving is. So if you would do that, we would again say thank you so much. All right, now let's rejoin Ryan Dempster for our final round of Dempster Dive. Ryan.
All right, thanks, Bill. That was amazing stuff. So great to see everybody and giving money the way they did. Those are huge numbers, especially in a virtual fundraiser like this. That was amazing. So we're going to get right to it. We got our 3 ladies, Noreen, Val, Heather. They're all to it's Final Jeopardy. I mean, it's happening right now. It's the showcase showdown. We're going to need you quick with your right arm or your left arm, whatever you feel. Was that a guess? Were you already guessing right there? Oh, okay, Val. All right, here are the last 3 questions. We're going to start with number 1. Through their volunteers, how many children are served by each CASA staff member? Is it A, 25, B, 50, or C, 70? Noreen.
I'll guess 50.
Oh, sorry, Noreen. No, it's not 50. Val.
25.
No, Val. Oh, Heather for the win.
I'll choose C.
C, 70. Heather, ding, 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 winning. I love it. Oh, now, Heather, one more. You know you can secure this right here. All right, number 2. On average, how many different CASA workers will a child have for the duration of their case? Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, more than 2? Heather.
1.
No, not 1. Oh, Noreen, she buzzed in.
Is it 2?
No, it's not 2, Noreen.
Forget it.
Oh,
Val coming up with 3. That's right. More than 2. Val is tied right there. Oh, we could have a 3-way tie.
I know the goal is 1. The goal is 1.
All right, and our last question. What percentage of judges believe that CASA volunteer reports improve judge-making decisions? Is it A, 97%, B, 81%, or C, 100%? Val.
100.
No, Val. Oh, so close. Noreen with the hand
Is
up.
it 97? 97%?
It is 97%. And you know what that means right here on Dempster Dive? That means we have a 3-way tie for all the ladies. Now, I don't know how this works.
High five, high five.
High fives everywhere. Yes.
We each get a bottle.
That's
so
fair.
The way I'm seeing this is that the wine gift basket is going to be split 3 ways between Val, Noreen, and Heather for their amazing efforts tonight. And the CASA continuing education credit, well, that I'm going to leave up to Terry because I'm not in charge of that. So she can take care of that and figure out how that's going to work. If I had my way, I would just give it to y'all. Hey, thank you so much for that. That was a ton of fun, and congratulations. And thank you for all the work that you guys do, the volunteer work that you do for CASA. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Fun to be here.
One more question, and this comes from Joey. This is Joey's trivia question for me. He says, who's your favorite teammate? Well, much like what we're seeing tonight, a team isn't about one other favorite teammate or one other person. It's about a bunch of people. And I always love to play with so many great teammates from my days with the Florida Marlins, with guys like Kevin Millar and Mike Redmond and Cliff Floyd, to the Cincinnati Reds, where I play with people like Kent Merker and Danny Graves and Ken Griffey Jr., and especially my time in Chicago with guys like Mark DeRosa and Kerry Wood and Ted Lilly. And then time in Boston with David Ross and John Lester. So it always takes a bunch of great teammates in order to have something successful. And I notice it tonight from watching this entire thing, what a great team there is at CASA. So I'll say that. And it's amazing, all the volunteers, all the people that help out, all the caseworkers, everything. Thank you so much. And thank you for this amazing honor. And thank you to Jacob for those unbelievable sneakers. I can't wait to rock those tomorrow during the game. Thank you, Jacob. And thanks for this huge honor tonight.
Ryan Dempster, ladies and gentlemen, outstanding job. Thank you for everything that you do, Ryan. You are amazing. We appreciate it. Great work tonight. And also thank you to our CASA contestants, Noreen, Heather, and Val. Can you believe it? A 3-way tie? Oh my goodness, they are. That's how awesome they are, right? Well, now we have our final raffle winner to announce, and with our final random number draw, here we go. The raffle winner is Christopher Moody. Congratulations, Christopher. That's awesome. Now, yes, so let's see. Checking through. I think Christopher gets the wine. I think that's what we had left. I don't see it in my notes, but enjoy that. Congratulations. Yes, he gets the wine. All right. Well, I would like to share our deep thanks with all the CASA families, children, staff, and volunteers who have made this evening possible. And a big thank you to all of you, our donors, who make tonight such a big success. Your compassion and generosity will help CASA work toward a brighter future for the children of Lake County. On behalf of CASA's board of directors, we wish you health, safety, and happiness. Thank you, everyone, and good night.